came on, and I just thought what harm could come from one little call. I know you say you're taking, but I say, girl, you're taking too long. Tell them that it's over, and bring it on over. Stringing him along any longer, girl, is just wasting precious time. Girl, you know I can't wait. Rip it off just like a band-aid. The way you look at me, girl, you can't pretend. I know you ain't in love with him, break up with him, yeah. I know you don't want to break his heart, but that ain't no good reason to be keeping us apart. Look, just tell him it's you, it ain't him. And maybe you can lie to him and say you'll still be friends. Whatever you got to say to get through to him that you ain't in love. Come on, you can't deny that you and I kinda fit like a glove. So tell him that it's over, and bring it on over. Stringing him along any longer, girl, is just wasting precious time. Girl, you know I can't wait. Rip it off just like a band-aid. It ain't my business to be all up in, but I know you ain't in love with him, break up with him. I know that you're so done with him, break up with him, break up with him. You would've hung up by now if you weren't thinking it too. No pressure, whatever, just do what you gotta do. But if I was you, I'd tell him that it's over, and bring it on over. Stringing him along any longer, girl, is just wasting precious time. Girl, you know I can't wait. Just rip it off like a band-aid. Yeah, I know I said it, but I'll say it again. I know you ain't in love with him, break up with him. The way you look at me, girl, you can't pretend. I know you ain't in love with him, break up with him, yeah. Just break up with him. Hey, what's up guys? If you didn't know already, my name is Daniel and I teach you how to play songs like The Artist. So if you're here, you want to learn the song Break Up With Him by Old Dominion. So go ahead and get your guitar tuned a half step down and get started with the video. The chords we're going to be using are E major, open E, 2nd fret A, 2nd fret D, 1st fret G, open B, and high E strings. Next chord is going to be a C sharp 5, so that's going to be the 4th fret A, 6th fret D, and G strings, and then open B and high E strings, and then an A5, and that's going to be down here on the 2nd fret of the D and G strings. A, B, and high E are open. The intro sounds like this. And you just repeat that twice. So I'm starting with that E major chord, and I'm going to strum down, up, and then I'm going to mute the strings just by resting my palm on top of the strings over here, and then lightly strumming down with my pick. And then I switch to the C sharp 5 chord up here, and then I'm going to strum down, up, down, 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 up. And we move to the A5 over here, and we're going to do the same strumming pattern as the E. Down, up, mute. And then switch back to the E major and strum down, up, down, 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 up. And the timing for this is a little weird. So starting with that E, it's going to be 1 and 2 and. You switch on the and instead of on the 3 count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Might take some getting used to, but I'll play a little bit slower and try to catch on if you can. And you just play that twice. Next part up is the verse, and it uses the same chords in the same order. Strumming pattern is just a little bit different. The first part of the verse sounds like this. You play that twice. So all I'm doing here is I'm strumming down on the E major chord, and then I'm going to mute again, just like we did before, and do that little light strum. And then I'm going to switch to the C sharp 5 chord, strum down, let it ring out for a bit, and then I'm going to strum down twice, but they're going to be those muted strums. And then I'm going to go down to the A5, strum down, mute, and then go to the E and do the same thing I did with the C sharp 5. Down, mute, 2 down strums. And the timing for this one goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you repeat that twice. And the second half of the verse is played just like the intro. You just play it twice again. Next part up is the chorus, and the first 3 chord progressions are played the same. It's going to sound like this. So we're still using the same chords in the same order, just no palm muting. So the strumming pattern, starting with that E, is going to go down, up, switch to the C sharp 5, down, up, down, up, switch to A5, down, up, and then switch back to E major and go down, up, down, up. And the fourth chord progression starts the same way. You still use E, C sharp 5, and A5, but you end on that A5 instead of the E. And it's just going to be E, down, up, C sharp 5, down, up, down, up, and then go to that A5 and just strum down and let it ring out. So I'll play it all together. And the last part you need to learn for the rhythm is the bridge. That's where he starts saying, "You would have hung up by now if you weren't thinking it too." It sounds like this. So we're adding one new chord here, and it's going to be a B5. So that's 2nd fret A, 4th fret D and G strings, and then the B and the high E are open. And you're going to strum kind of the same way as you did with the chorus. It's going to be down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, and then switch to the A5 and do the same strumming pattern. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And then you're going to go back to the B5 again, do the same strumming pattern. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And then go to the A5 and just strum down and let it ring out. This is before you go into the last chorus. So that's everything you need to know how to play for the rhythm portion of this song, and now I'll teach you the lead. Alright guys, just so you know, I still suck at editing, so I'm not going to have a backing track, but you already heard it in the intro of this video. So the first part of the lead you're going to learn is what you play in the intro in between each verse and chorus. It sounds like this. So the way I set my fingers up to do this is I put my pinky on the 12th fret and my index finger on the 9th fret of the high E string. And I'm going to pluck the 12th fret 4 times, but on the 4th time I'm going to pull off to that 9th fret. And that's why I have my index finger there ready for that. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, pull off. And then I'm going to pluck the 9th fret again one more time, and then move down to the 7th fret of the high E string and pluck that twice. And then I use my ring finger and I put on the 9th fret of the B string and I just pluck that and let it ring out. I noticed in the video the lead guitarist does a little bend there too, that's why I do that. It's not necessary, but you can do it if you want to. After that you do that one more time. Now when I get to this 9th fret of the B string, I'm going to set my index finger up on the 7th fret of the B string. Because after I let this ring out for a second, I'm going to pluck the 7th fret and I'm going to start doing a slide. Now the slide is up from the 7th fret of the B to the 9th fret, and then you slide back down to the 7th fret. And then you're going to go down to the 5th fret, pluck that one, and then pluck the 7th fret and slide back up to the 9th. So it'll sound like this. So that second part altogether sounds like this. And again, that's the part you play in the intro and then in between each verse and chorus. The next lead part is in the second half of each verse, and it sounds like this. Now this part's really easy. All you have to do is pluck the 12th fret of the B string 16 times. So just do it in 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to switch to the 10th fret and you're going to do that for 6 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then switch to the 9th fret of the B string and go for 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. And you're going to do that twice. Now after you finish that part, you're going to go right into the chorus. And the lead part for the chorus sounds like this. So this first part you play twice. So you're going to play the 5th fret of the B string and then an open high E string. And then you're going to move down to the 4th fret of the B string, pluck that, and then again open E string. Then move down to the 2nd and do the same thing. And then open. So you're just moving the fret on the B string. After this part, you're going to put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. You're going to pluck that one, and then open B and open high E, and then go to the 2nd fret of the G string, and let that one ring out. And you play that twice. Now the third part you're going to play is very similar. You do it the same way all the way up to that second fret of the G string and then open B, open E. But instead of going to the first fret after this, you're going to pluck the second fret of the G again and then slide up to the fourth fret and then pluck the open B and open high E. So this part. And then the last part, you again do this one more time. And then instead of going to the second fret of the G string, you're just going to make that A5 shape and strum down. And let it ring out. Now after the second chorus, just before he starts going into the solo portion that I haven't learned yet because this guitar can't reach the frets that I need to do that, but the lead guitarist plucks a bunch of notes from this A5 chord just before going into that portion. And it's going to sound like this. So all I'm doing is, after I strum down on that A5 chord, I'm just going to pluck the E, B, G, B, E, and then just keep repeating that. And I'm going to end on that B note. And once I get Heisenberg back, the black guitar with the cutaway that you've seen in some of my videos, then I'll try to learn that solo portion and teach that again. And I know I still owe you guys the John Party's Head Over Boots solo, so I'll get to that soon as well. But that's how you play all the lead portions minus the solo. Wait a minute, I lied. There's one more part. When he starts saying you would have hung up by now, the lead part you're just going to strum down on a variation of a B5 chord and a variation of an A5 chord. And all you got to do to set yourself up for that is put your index finger on the 7th fret of the E string, ring on the 9th fret of the A, pinky on the 9th fret of the D, and middle finger on the 8th fret of the G string, and leave the B and the E open. And you're just going to strum down. And then move to the A5 chord, which all you have to do is move one step down. So 2 frets. 1, 2. Start with the 5th fret as your bass note, 7th fret A, 7th fret D, 6th fret G. Just strum down. So, you would have hung up by now if you weren't thinking it too. No pressure, whatever, just do what you gotta do. But if I was you, and then you go into that chorus part. And that does it for this video, guys. As always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Those really help me out. And if you're new here and you like this video, go ahead and click subscribe if you want to see more like it. I take requests all the time, and sometimes it takes me longer to get to them, but like last month, I busted out 20 videos. I'm going to try to do that again. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes, though. And thank you, Mario A, for the request. I'll get to your next one as soon as I can, but I got a few others ahead of you, so I want to get everybody as soon as I can. Hopefully. And one more little side note for you guys, if you made it this far into the video, I'm sorry for the delay. I know last month I was doing a video like every other day that I could, but I just transferred to another location at my job, and it's been keeping me there later, so I'm more tired when I get home and it's harder to do this. But I'm going to keep trying for you guys, because I know you want these tutorials, you want to learn these songs, and I want to help you do that. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.